welcome back to the channel. All right, today's video, I can't wait. Okay, we are gonna get into, my friends are texting me. Thanks for texting me, you guys, but my phone keeps buzzing and I'm like, okay, what was I saying? Yes, today's video is fun because I have 13, what a great number, right? You're welcome. I have 13 tips for throwing not just an awesome, not just a cool, but like a next level Halloween party. These are the things that you need to take it from like meh to like woo, like, you know what I mean? Like spooky, ooky, kooky, and creepy. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Tip number 1, and I cannot emphasize this enough. This is not just like a party tip. This is like an interior design tip. Lighting is everything. Lighting is your ambiance. If you just have a couple of lamps lit around the room, that's one kind of ambiance. If you have colored lights flashing everywhere, that adds a little different ambiance. If you have strobe lights, like, and my advice here, mix up the colors, mix up the flashing and everything. Obviously, if you have people in your, life that cannot deal with the flashing, don't do that. But to give you guys an example, in my entryway foyer area, we did, I think it was orange in here. In the kitchen, I think it was purple. In the bathroom, it was green. And then out on the patio, it was also green. So there was no other light other than these lights. I will link them down below. They're from Amazon. They are like 50 foot long. They provide plenty of light so that you can see what you're doing while still like having that dark, moodier ambiance. They have different settings, so you can have them like blink really fast or like do a fade in, fade out, or just stay on. They're really, really cool. I highly recommend these specific lights because they're just awesome. And again, they add to that mood so much. Secondly, strobe lights. And like specifically, if you can do black light strobe lights, it's really fun. One thing that I did last year is I had black strobe lights flickering up in my patio, and then I had in black light chalk like hidden messages written, so you could kind of see them come up when the strobe lights were going. And again, I will link these ones. These are the ones that I bought, and they were very good. They had tons of different settings. You can even hook them up to a sound system so that they'll blink with the beat of the music that you have on. They're just really good quality lights. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're gonna last longer. They're gonna actually provide like good solid light, and they have enough customization that you can really get the vibe you're going for with them. That is just in general my number 1 top tip, is make sure you have lighting that fits the mood that you're going for. If you're going for like a bright, kitschy, very Halloween-y type Halloween look, what I do would probably work for you. If you're going for more of like a haunted mansion, very like simple kind of ambiance, like maybe a more chill party where it's like sipping cocktails and chatting, maybe you have a couple of like really low lamps and like one lamp that you've got flickering or something like that. So again, I cannot emphasize it enough. Lighting can help your party so much. Do we have it? Lighting. Number 2, theme your food, y'all. There are too many cool Halloween treats out there on Pinterest and YouTube. I have some Halloween treat videos. I will link them below for you guys to not be making some spooky ooky treats. Whether it's candies or candies or cookies or cakes or charcuterie. I even made Halloween charcuterie boards, so I'll link those below too. You can theme all of it, and think about it in the way that Disney themes. You go to their theme park and you don't know that you're in the real world anymore because it's so heavily themed. If you theme your Halloween party that intensely, it'll be that much better, So theme all of your food. It takes a little bit more prep work, but a lot of it you can do ahead of time. And I think it just really, really adds to the look and feel and overall experience of your party. Number 3 is the spooky themed drinks. And let me tell you, Halloween is so fun because there are so many creative ways you can serve this. You can have a witch's brew with one of those like little inserts that like makes it bubble. I will link one here for you guys. I know Spirit Halloween sells them. I'm sure you can also find them on like Amazon and stuff. But you basically stick like a little something into the liquid and it gives it that dry ice bubbling smoking look that is so cool. So you can do that in like a big cauldron with a ladle. You can add eyeballs into it. You can do big decanters that have pour spouts. One thing that was really fun that we did is we actually did test tube shots. So I had like a little tray that had a bunch of test tubes in it. I'll link it also here. I'm gonna stop saying it. If I'm gonna link it, I will just link it down below. I'll just say that. But we did test tube shots, and I will say I did dye them. So I put the entire, I filled about halfway with alcohol, the rest of the halfway with whatever mixer I did, just because I didn't want to do straight shots. I wanted to add a little bit of flavoring in them for people. And then I added 1 drop of food coloring, and I will say, if there's like a dark blue, dark purple, dark black, stay away from those ones because they'll stain people's teeth and mouths pretty severely. Stick to like reds and oranges, and if it's blue, do like a lighter blue, and if it's purple, do a lighter purple, because those super dark pigments just stain really easily. And my poor friends were walking around with like dark blue and black mouths for the rest of the night because of my shots. So don't do that like I did. But then also what's really fun is we did Jello shots that were all in Halloween shapes. So I had like purple grape ones that were in the shapes of witches' hats, and I think I had red ones that were in the shape of bats, and they were like cherry or strawberry or something like that. So doing some really fun, cool Jello shot shapes is awesome, and people love them. I mean, I had like 15 that night, and a bunch of other people had a ton. It's an easy way to just experience something different and have a little bit of fun with it. So highly recommend that. And there are also so many cool spooky cocktail recipes. I highly recommend the Disney Parks like drinks cookbook. I'll link that below as well, because that has a lot of Disney's different cocktails and mocktails for the Halloween season in it. But it's cool because even if it's a mocktail, you can add in rum or vodka or whatever alcohol you prefer, and it turns it into something spooky. And we made a couple from those as well. I think we did like a poison apple, green apple kind of one. And we did, I'm trying to think of the other flavors we did, and it's escaping me right now, but we did some fun stuff. And just even having those bright colors just makes them so fun to experience. So highly recommend that theme. Theming everything, food, drinks, all of it is just, it takes it to the next level, I promise. Oh, sorry. One more thing I wanted to mention that I might try this year is there's also like blood bags and like syringes that are like cups or shot glasses in a sense. Again, I'll link them below, but those are very cool. Another really cool and different way to serve up your drinks. So highly recommend trying those out. I'm going to try those for my Halloween party, hopefully this year, if I can remember. And yeah, I mean, there are so many cool things. You can look up creative ways to serve Halloween drinks, and I feel like there are just so many things. Oh, sorry. One other cool thing that I saw is that people were like filling a rubber glove with water and then freezing it and then putting it and then breaking off the rubber, and it's like a giant ice cube hand in their cauldron or whatever. So also highly recommend that because that looked awesome. Okay, number 4, smoke machines. Obviously be sensitive to the people around you. Like for instance, I had a pregnant friend with us last year, so I had really good ventilation and having the doors, because just for some people it's not great to inhale that stuff. So just be mindful of your guests if you have anyone that's going to have an issue with that. But if you can, definitely do a smoke machine. It adds so much ambiance. It adds so much spookiness. Like, it's just a really, really fun little way to, again, just add to that atmosphere and just experience things like that. Like, the thing is, you want to appeal to people's sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, all of those things together is what makes a really good experience. So that's that. Okay, moving on. A cool invitation is essential. I did like a really simple but still good and like spooky graphic that I just posted on my Instagram, and I asked people if they wanted to come DM me and I'd give them the address. But having a cool invite just gets people excited, and it also shows that you're really putting effort into it when you send them something cool and interesting. If you just say Halloween party at my house on the 28th on like your Instagram story or your Snapchat, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, man, but you post a graphic and people are like, oh, she like doing it. Like it's an invite, you know? It's just a little different, and I recommend it because I feel like people are more enticed when they see like, oh, you really like throwing an event, you know, that I want to be a part of. So highly recommend doing a cool invitation. Number 6, this one is simply to make your life easier, and that is recruit I cannot talk. Okay. Oh my God. How many times am I gonna say this? Recruit a few friends to come help you set up. You guys, the amount of thankfulness I had that I had Zoe and Taryn in tow to help me out all day was crazy. We did so many last minute decorations. Like we woke up in the morning, went to Spirit Halloween, dropped some money on some last minute decorations, came back, decorated, cooked, made drinks, got dressed, did our makeup. Like it was a lot. And I was still running around like crazy, even people helping me out. So highly recommend just having a couple of friends to help you, also keep you calm. I love that I was like giving you guys a tour, and then Zoe and Taryn were waiting with a shot for me, like, all right, it's time to party. And I was like, yeah. So that was really fun. Just, yeah, definitely have a few friends around to kind of help you get set up. It's also fun to get ready together, put on your costumes together, make sure you're looking good, like all that stuff, all that fun stuff. Okay, I need to take a break apparently because I can't talk again. This one is like a half and half situation. Have a spooky playlist, but also have like some jams in your spooky playlist, because you don't want to just listen to, you know, like This Is Halloween and Monster Mash all night, but like make sure those songs are interlaced with like your jams, like your party jams, so that every once in a while you get that spooky little flavor over the rest of the party. Like you gotta keep the spooky ookiness of it, but we also want to dance. You know what I'm saying? This is also like a random little tip that I actually meant to do last year and I forgot, but put on some spooky movies in the background. Just mute your TV, but like if you've got like a big TV in one room, or like Brendan and I have a big projector, anything like that, just put on like Scream or put on like Halloween, something that people can recognize and is like true to Halloween. You could even put on like Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus Pocus if you want like a more chill vibe than like Blood and Guts kind of vibe, you know what I mean? But whatever you're comfortable with, put on some Halloween movies. Like I said, you can just mute it, put it on subtitles, but it just kind of adds to the different experiences that your party has. And I think it's cool to have like Scream on in the background, because obviously it's like such a classic Halloween horror flick. I don't know, I just think it's a unique thing to do, and if you've got, you know, the space for it, or you've got the opportunity, like do it. I don't know, I think it's cool. We're at number 9. Buy yourself lots of command strips and lots of zip ties, because I hung black creepy cloth from my ceilings in my foyer and in the kitchen, and we zip tied them together in the middle so there weren't big gaps in them, and we command hooked them along the ceiling. And just having that extra something to like kind of lower the ceilings, it makes it a little bit more of like an intimate vibe. It covers up all the white and gets like the darker, moodier vibe going. I feel like made a really big difference for just the overall feel of the party. So highly recommend doing that. But it can also help with like hanging up spider webs or lights or anything else. Just get yourself a ton of command strips and a ton of zip ties. it can help you with so many of your decorations. And during fall, Home Depot actually sells a zip tie pack that's like specifically for Halloween. It comes with black, orange, and gray zip ties, so it's perfect because it will match a ton of your decorations and not stand out like crazy. So highly recommend those. They can make a big difference, y'all. In decorating, for real, you can fix anything with a command strip and a zip tie. How to get blood on your windows. So this is one of those things where a lot of people, like, you can buy fake blood and stuff, or you can buy like window clings, but sometimes they can just look like not that realistic. Buy some super cheap, like e.l.f. $3 lipsticks. If you buy one, maybe two if you have a lot of windows, you can write stuff on them. I actually painted my hand with, I painted my hand in the lipstick and then like stuck it on the window and dragged it down so it looked like kind of like people were like clawing at it type of thing. First of all, it adds ambiance, it adds decoration, but second of all, it's actually really easy to get off. All you need is a little bit of oil. Even if you have like cooking spray, spray it down, wipe it down with a paper towel, spray it down with Windex, wipe it down with a cloth, you're good to go. Very easy to remove, doesn't stain or anything, and it's just super simple. Next, make your house obvious. Zoe and I wrapped caution tape around the entrance to my carport to make it super obvious where our party was. And this is really just so your guests have an easy experience finding you, getting to the right house, all of that kind of thing. If they've never been there, it can kind of be like, I don't know where to go, blah, blah, blah. But if you make it really obvious which house is having a Halloween party, which, I mean, obviously there are many houses that will have Halloween parties, but just saying, like, really make your house stand out, give something that you know your guests can look for, like, hey, look for the zombie caution tape. Boom, they know what to look for, easy to find you, good to go. Spider webs. Spider webs are hands down the easiest and cheapest way to add so much ambiance, so much decoration to your party. You can get a pack of it at Spirit Halloween for a few dollars. You can get it in black, orange, green, purple, glow in the dark. So many options, and you just get one roll of that thing, you spread it across a whole room, you're good to go. Buy a few bags of it, cover your whole house in it, add some little spiders in there if you want to. Decoration done for cheap. So easy. Highly recommend. Spider webs everywhere. 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 Spider webs everywhere. Number 13, my battery is flashing at me, so I need to wrap it up. Oh my gosh. To-go containers. Amazon and actually TJ Maxx / HomeGoods has so many cute Halloween to-go containers. When you're getting kind of to the end of your party, go ahead and start packing up to-go containers and make every person take one or two with you. It'll help with cleanup. It'll help with leftover management. Very cheap, and you can send your guests home with a reminder of how awesome your party was. It's just a super easy way to make your life easier. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed these 13 party planning tips from me. I can't wait to even do these better this year at my Halloween party. Last year's was on and poppin', but like this year's is gonna be next level, and I'm so excited. So if you want to see how my Halloween party turns out, make sure you first give this video a like if you enjoyed it and hit that subscribe button below. I'm going to be vlogging all of the decorating of my house for my party, the actual party, making the food for the party, making the drinks for the party. So if you guys want to see all that, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm uploading every single night until Halloween. So that means I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.